Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Lovin Daily, where we take you through the top stories. Excuse me, today I'm joined by Simran. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you. It's so nice to be here.
100%.
And in the office is always so much fun, and there's always so much food.
Well, is there?
I mean, I see from the stories. I don't know if there is today.
I think this is one of those very much Instagram versus realities, because we see, we'll share food on stories, but then most of the time, Richie, do we have a lot of food in the office regularly?
Okay, I'm gonna go back after this.
Yes. But Simran is like our go-to, well, our full-time freelancer pretty much,
Yes.
and you've been with us for how long, I think?
1 year, but no one noticed my 1 year anniversary, so it's fine. Whatever.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Who are we going to talk to about that?
Appreciate Rich.
When is your 1 year anniversary?
I don't know the exact date, but I think June. A date in June.
So we have to celebrate with food in the office. I think that's what we're getting at, that.
Vegan food.
Vegan food. Delicious. Well, do we share much vegan food on Lovin Dubai? I don't even know.
What?
We need to share more vegan food on Lovin Dubai.
Yes, I think we've done so many lists. You have actually. But, yeah.
Vegan places to go and eat.
Yeah.
Bad order. Anyway, so you've probably seen all of her articles. Now she's joining us on the show. We're going to take you through the top stories. We're talking about nurseries are still waiting for guidelines to reopen, a makeup artist who's incredibly talented, and the fact that he's 16 has just blown my mind. And also Emar is doing something very interesting with job titles, which we'll get to at the end of the show. But our first story, like I said, is UAE nurseries are still waiting for the go-ahead to reopen in September. So as you probably know, and this is especially for parents, KHDA announced guidelines and steps for reopening schools. However, nurseries are still waiting for that information. So yesterday, there was a Zoom meeting between some of the country's largest nurseries, and they confirmed that they are requesting guidelines for reopening. And also, sadly, that in this meantime, since nurseries have shut, 10% have actually had to shut permanently, which is kind of a sad number that we're seeing. So I think this is what parents are wondering. If you have kids at nursery age, are they heading back to school? So this is kind of the question that they're asking.
Yeah.
And we're just hoping. I think like what we're seeing the city reopening, right? So shisha cafes, restaurants, everything is reopened.
Yeah.
So I guess why not nurseries is the question.
Like you said, it's a limbo for parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you don't know. Like as a parent, you'd be confused whether you want to have your kid go to nursery or you want to protect them and keep them at home.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm sure parents are really confused right now.
I think that that's the tricky question. The question is A, do they want them to go, and B, do they want them to stay at home, and also B, do they have that capacity? Because what if they are?
Exactly.
I think it sounds like a lot of offices have reopened. So if you're going back to work,
where do you send your child?
And then your kid, your nursery hasn't reopened.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a limbo period. So
true.
Hoping that following the Zoom yesterday, there'll be kind of more information on that, because like I said, the guidelines are trickling in. So like the KHDA, they announced theirs, and we're seeing pools and hotels and restaurants. Now hopefully nurseries will still open. And it's still July 20th, so there's still a month or two.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can move on.
So, should I?
Absolutely, our second story, which is really exciting.
So the next story really goes on to show how makeup and creativity and art really is a huge form of expression for so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about Vishan, who is a Dubai-based Sri Lankan makeup artist who was using his platform to create awareness for important social issues. So he's only 16 years old, and he has 5,000 followers, right?
No, so he has 3,000.
3,000, but he wants to reach 5,000.
Yes, and that is our goal.
And he's so skilled. The stuff that he's done, like the looks that he's created, he's also created an awareness look for the campaign that went on in America, the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So his work is so good.
His work is so good. And guys, you can see one photo if you're watching on Facebook, but if you're watching on Instagram after this live, definitely go and check him out. It's at Vishan Beauty.
Yes.
And like he's 16, and the fact that, like you said, he's using his platform to promote social causes that he cares about, and he's incredibly talented. I think if we could help in any way to get him to 5,000 followers, go and hit that follow button. It's Vishan Beauty, and
his story is quite inspiring. Like he's overcome discrimination through makeup. Like he found his voice through makeup. Exactly. So that's pretty cool. I think that's the case with a lot of Dubai-based makeup artists and makeup artists around the world as well. And the article is there on Lovin Dubai.
Yeah, Fatima wrote it yesterday, so shout out to Fatima who's helping us. It's a really nice article, and it's got like kind of a lot of his I think details. Some of his a lot of details about him and some of his coolest work, so you can check that out. Very cool. Now, guys, we'll move on to our final story, which is the CEO of Emar. And I think this is very interesting and we'd love to get your thoughts on it. We have Facebook open so we can check the comments. The CEO of Emar has just abolished all job titles. It's very interesting. He sent an email to the entire Emar group and he basically started by saying, you'll notice something a little bit different at the end of this email. And then I have no job title and nor do you from this moment. So, yeah, which is... That would be shocking. I mean, if you've been working there for a couple of years, he said the pandemic has basically made them kind of reflect and they want to kind of reflect on the culture they're creating in the office and to move forward, they want to focus on talent, not titles.
That's quite a bold move.
It is. It's huge, I think.
I don't think I've never heard of something like this come from a company. So it's very, it's a unique thought, I guess. But it can cause a lot of panic within the office. Like people must be like, what's going on?
Well, it's interesting, I think, because Emar every single Emar building in Dubai is absolutely beautiful and they're always kind of paving the way for innovation.
Yes,
and he said
true.
that this is something that may not, it could cause a ripple effect now, but it's actually going to change the company structure going forward. And yes, he said in the letter, and he wrote this big long letter to all their employees, which we've been able to see. And if you're on Facebook, you can see it beside us. Saying that of course there'll still be a structure, but like for example their business cards from now on, it will just say, for example, Simran Gupta and the apartment that you work in department. So Lovin Dubai.
Okay, I mean, like I'm sure outsiders would confuse, like, okay, but which they would want to know, like, because we are so used to having the labels like sales, marketing. So when you give your card to someone, they probably want to know, like, okay, but which department? Lovin Dubai, but
so it would say department, the department of your company. So okay, I guess for us it would be editorial.
Okay, so it won't say manager, it won't say junior, it will just say okay, that's good, I think. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting because I think you kind of said a question there, you'd say, but people would want to know. Yeah. So if someone on the outside is like, well, I want to know if you're the manager, but is that important? And I think that's so interesting because why does it matter? If Emar is very proud of their company and all of the talent and this incredible talent pool that they have, why does it matter if you're talking to someone who's just been hired or a manager?
People want to speak to the senior because of experience most of the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's unique, so it can change the way people think and approach people now. So I guess.
And it also, I think the way he signed it off at the very end, I don't have the thing here, he signed it off by saying, basically feel free to get in touch with me. It doesn't matter what department you are, but please reach out to me within Emar.
That's such a nice leadership skill to have.
Very, very cool. And you can see the whole letter, Lovin Dubai. It was actually shared by Smashy TV. So shout out to Smashy, who is our sister Arabic news channel. And we took it from there. So thanks, guys. Guys, those are top stories. Simran, thank you so much for joining. And I hope you'll be joining a lot more in future.
Yes, I'd love to.
Guys, that is a wrap up for this morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Wash your hands. Bye.